All right, guys. So I kind of wait. It says you can't turn your phone while recording. Oh, anyway, that sucks. So I kind of was just deciding on it, but I think I might would go ahead and just start on part two while I have the capacity for it, right? So basically, my son, after the traumatic experience in Jersey, after spending a certain amount of time in a shelter, after, getting our situation together. Yes, son? Oh, yeah, after our situation or whatever, basically he started feeling more comfortable talking. That's how it came out about his dad choking him. That's how, other things came out. So one of the other things that came out was that my son said that he went to the park to play, and basically, like, his dad told him to hit the boy or hit the boy back or whatever, and he did. And the boy and another boy and a girl or something all start hitting my son, and his dad just basically was like down on his phone. So he was expressing it to me and saying, like, I wish my dad would watch me more, because like these things have happened to me where, I got hurt. Like I don't feel, good about it. So I was like, I understand. And at that moment we were sitting at the table, and then his dad came in, and I was like, if you want to talk to your dad about it, and I just kind of supported him. I'm sitting there with him. So he was like, yeah. He was like, Dad, how come, when this happened, you weren't watching me? And his dad was like, I was watching you, son. I'll always be watching you. And he was like, no, not like that. Like that time, like you was in your phone. He was like, I said, I'm watching you. I said, no, Zay, he needs you to take accountability. My son's father literally got down in my 5-year-old son's face, or 6 at that point probably, and said, son, I take accountability. Mind you, my son is on a spectrum, and one of his sensitivities is sound. Okay. So here I am presented in another situation where basically my son is not being treated the best. Okay. So he got yelled at, about being honest about his dad being a bit neglectful. Nothing major. Just, I thought it was normal, like, hey, you had your head down. Pick your head up. Okay, I'll watch you a little bit more. Instead, his dad, I'm always watching. Okay, God. Like, the fuck? So, I rebuke putting those two words together. Y'all get the point. All right. So we go from that situation to me, like, now I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of here. I cannot raise my son here, not even for 6 months, without affecting his personality for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, children are very impressionable. And to feel that unsafe and to wake up in an environment where it was yelling every day. They were yelling every day, y'all. I'm not going to say who, because they're not here to defend themselves. But I woke up every day at my son's father's house to yelling. Okay. So, on top of my son speaking up himself, now that he's comfortable enough, confident enough to speak up for himself and asking his father why he was being treated a certain way or being ignored, he got shut down. He got yelled at. He got shut down. So I made a call to my mother, and I had to wait until I was walking. Now, I taught my son's father how to drive. Okay. Y'all know, I'm a very, very unforgettable girlfriend. So I taught my son's father how to drive. I helped him get his first credit card. I helped him get his first apartment. Yeah, it was second mom, I guess, I guess that's my role in life. So, I used to watch him leave with his car every day. And I would pack a backpack, and me and my son would go walk wherever we needed to walk, because I'm from Jersey and mama ain't raised no hoe. So we gonna get the fuck up out this house. You know what I'm saying? But I did reach out to my son's father for help. Like, yo, the Ubers and shit around here is a little higher, than expected, And even his sisters was like, Kiki, why he not letting you use his car? Good question. My son's father never let me use the vehicle, even though I am the one who's been driving since 14, has been licensed since 17. I think it's 17, guys. 16, I got my permit. 17, I got my license. I have been driving all of my life, but for some reason, you know, I guess part of the punishment, you know, because my son's father is just he's a modern day chauvinist. Like the things he would do to punish me. I had to get on a bus with him for the first time ever at one point. And we would get on the same bus at the same time. And he rushed out the house and hopped on the bus just for me to hop on at the next stop. And he literally stood on the bus with his back turned the whole time. Like, I've been through the most humiliating situations. And that's where I would speak to people in my sessions, because I'm helping other people. You know, go figure. You helping other people, you figure out your own issues. But I would make a joke about going from, like my mom as a handler, going from your parents, you know, your one handler to the next, right? Because that's what it is. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. So I'm just like, damn, this nigga's an asshole, you know? So anyway, so when I called my mom, I'm walking. I done stopped by a gas station, got an application for a job, found out they're hiring. I'm realizing like where the buses run, you know, because they don't have like 24-hour bus service in Charlotte. It's still very primitive around this motherfucker. So I was like, listen, hey, you know, this is what's going on. Mind y'all, there already is documented abuse. I have called the cops on my son's father because I got kicked in the stomach at 9 months pregnant. I had a scar on my forehead while I was pregnant. I was in school, working full time, and pregnant, and helping take care of my dead grandfather, dying grandfather at the time. And I was getting my ass beat, depending on, you know, what I asked the question about or what I did. So basically, I'm telling my parent, like, hey, you know, I need a place to stay. I never come home, but hey, at this point, I need to come home. I already have a job lined up. Me and my child could stay in the same space. You know what I'm saying? I could give you money as soon as like a week or something. You know, like I kind of was just setting the tone, because we're grown, right? So you don't want a grown ass person come laying up in your house. I get it. So I was setting the tone on the things that I can do, on how quickly I can get in and out your fucking house. But I need a little help because this situation over here was abusive. My mother asked me, I was in QT, so I'll never forget it. I was in QT using my little EBT card to get my son like a slushie or whatever, you know. And my mom said, he choked him. He said that. Well, why would he do that? And I remember thinking that question doesn't go with what I said. I said, I need a place to stay. You always told me to tell you if I need to come home. I told you I need to come home. I let you know about the abuse, which is a follow-up from the abuse I've experienced. I knew my son never lied. That's one thing. We don't just make up abuse. We don't just walk around talking about abuse. We're not dramatic like that. There's no need. But on top of that, I went through the same thing. And choking was one of his modalities. So I already knew my son wasn't lying. I got choked by the nigga, so I know he choked my son. So why would he do that? I don't know why he would do that. But can't we figure that out with a psych eval before this nigga kill us? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already knowing that the tension is creeping because I am a seer. I'm in this nigga. Oh, I ain't tell y'all. My son's father required me to sleep in his room. He required me to sleep in his room and in his bed. And one night I woke up to him literally filling me up. I had full clothes on, of course, leggings and all, because I don't play that. If it's a no, it's a no. He took us out of town with the intent. I ain't gonna say the intent. He tried to sleep with me. We got back home. I went in his coat pocket thinking I was getting something for my son, and I accidentally found his medicine. Baby daddy, you wasn't gonna tell me you had something? You was just gonna try to stick it in me raw? Bad boy. So yeah, I've been knowing about that since 2021 or 2022. I haven't said anything. Haven't said nothing. But what I did say something about was that unmarked gun. He had an unlicensed gun. And when he started responding to my text messages before I could speak them, then I knew that he was literally like either had a microphone in the house or had like I don't think everybody's so high tech they got microphones and shit. I just felt like the nigga had a whole, hey, how you doing? I just figured he had an old phone. Y'all know how you could put an old phone and just, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But you're listening to my conversations. Like, I have no safe space in this home to even speak without you being in my business. So, once certain things was talked about with the abuse, he got uncomfortable. So I went to go spend some time with my brother. Like, I spent the day out. He was calling. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? You want me to come pick you up? You want me to come? Since when have you picked me up? I've been staying here for months. You ain't picked me up not that time. You don't pick me up. You don't even worry about where we be at. But now that someone knows about the abuse, or I might be leaving your home somehow or whenever, you really just, you. And he literally kept, like, compulsively text me, kept tabs on me to come get me. And he came and got me. No, that's not true. I let him come get my son. Go ahead. You can have my son. And now, of course, I prayed. Y'all know, what else can I do? You know what I'm saying? But I had to get my mind ready to figure out what to do next. So I started trying to figure some things out. The very next morning, I got a text from him that said, I'm gonna just say on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday, I'm gonna take him with me. So I texted him. I was like, no, it's okay. You know, you worry about work or whatever. I got him. No, I want to take him out. The way I heard take him out was the way it felt in my gut. Okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to read it in a minute. I just want to make sure I stay on track, y'all. But I felt it in my gut when he said, take him out. Okay? So I'm sitting here discussing with who I thought was my homegirl, like, yo, Brandon, what do I do? Da-da-da. She like, say this. So we going to go build the text, like, nah, it's okay. You know, we already had plans. He already texted me back. No, it's okay. I'm taking him. Oh, damn, girl, you sassy. So I'm like, So then he calls. Mind you, this is on the same phone I'm supposed to be doing sessions on, guys. So I'm not on the phone because I would be on the phone doing a FaceTime or you know, listening to music while I'm pulling cards or whatever the hell I was doing at the time, taking notes, whatever. So I'm like, he calling. I'm like, I can't talk right now. I got a session. Oh, I'm not feeling good. You know, we need to talk, you know. So I'm like, oh my God. At this point, I'm starting to get nervous. So he called again. Like, this is like the third call, like back to back. He called again. I answered. He asked to speak to his son. He spoke to his son and he said, hey, I want to take you out. We're going to go out to the woods. Okay, y'all. So my son's father does a channel. He has like this thing where he goes herping, where basically they go like hunt snakes and stuff in the woods. They take pictures of them. They're supposed to let them back out in a while. Anyway, at this time, my son's father is volunteering to take my son. He has not taken him any other day. When I say y'all, I was watching my son. My son's father was like, this the deal. Instead of us paying a babysitter, you stay home and keep our son. I'll work. Then you know what I'm saying? Once school start, you'll be able to work and we was going, you know, figure it out. So we're able to save money because we're not spending money for a babysitter. We have a trusted person with our child to get him back mentally where he need to be. So it was supposed to be a team effort thing. Once my son's father's card got pulled, that nigga ain't want that shit no more. So he was asking to bring my son to the woods. My son was like, no, I don't want to. He said, why not? You know, I just got you those new boots. You can wear your new rain boots, your new whatever. He said, no, because I don't know. He said, because, you know, my son had a certain speech. He said, because I don't know what you're going to do to me. Once my son said that, I'm doubling down. So he was like, no, it's okay. You can come. Yeah, like, he's trying to convince my child to go. We're in your house, bro. Why do he need to go with you to the woods? He's in your house. If you want to just go in the room and play the game with him, you want to go watch TV, that's fine. But even the way he played with him, y'all, was disgusting. My son would say that he would take the toy and like smack him with the toy. Why we got to be so physical? Why do you literally have to use your size and physical, you know, pressure when you play with your child? But okay. So, basically I took the phone back and I was like, hey, it don't sound like he want to go. And that's okay. Like, we can figure out another day or another, whatever. He was like, when the fuck are you leaving? I said, what? Hello? When are you leaving? Because I feel like you getting in between me and my son. It's real convenient that once an abuser gets light shine on them, that all of a sudden they get real feisty. They want to fight, right? But on top of that, they want to separate you from the person that you're trying to protect. So at that moment, I made a very hard decision. I do not do paperwork, y'all. I don't call 911 often. I don't go to these people, okay? I called Child Protective Services myself from my son's father home as I packed the duffel very quickly, okay? And I'm very happy I did move the way I started moving, because out of, let me see, my son was 6 at that point. That means that I've known his dad at that point at least 9 years. Out of 9 years of knowing that man has never left work. Y'all, he left work and came home immediately. By the time he got there, I was hiding with my son downstairs at a neighbor's house and then fled the scene. I got a ride to Child Protective Services and I went to go file a report. I do not know the proper channels. I did not know how to properly do certain things. I just was doing the best that I could with what I know to protect my son in a situation that I knew I could probably be the one to go as well. If I am no longer here, then of course, y'all already know nobody takes care of your child the way that you would. So you got to understand, I was trying to balance between not going to jail myself for defending my son and also not being put 6 feet under by my abuser, who other people knows that he was actively abusing me. And instead of me being protected or put in a situation where I could get some help, I was just kind of like shut out. So I did talk to my brothers a couple days prior, and I was like, yo, even if I can't stay with y'all, I just need a place to like store my stuff. Do y'all mind taking my things so I could put them in storage so I can kind of make an easy exit out of this situation? It's not safe for my son. That's when I found out. My mom was like, oh, I don't have enough space anymore. You got a dining room floor. I could have stayed there. You got a living room floor. I've stayed there for Christmas and Thanksgiving and when you want to play around, but I couldn't stay there while I'm telling you that my son is at risk. I'm at risk. So I'm asking my brothers now, can you take my things at least? So at least me and my son could move, get gone. Like if anything, emergency. That was in that moment that I found out my first brother said no, he was in a small apartment or whatever. He said he didn't have much space. The other brother was like, oh no, I'll stay with mom. Am I not cute enough to stay? Like, do you not think I don't make enough money? Like, what qualify? I had the first baby. I got your firstborn grandson. Oh, there's that math. Shout out to the Masons. We know about who firstborn child. What y'all do with people firstborn childs again? What kind of sacrifice and rituals y'all be doing with people firstborn child? Oh, and if y'all don't know, you might want to go down that rabbit hole and look it up. So here I am, firstborn child, birthed the firstborn child, and we both just ass out in these streets. So I'm like, this wild. So I'm emotional and shit, because of course, like, what? So my brother could stay, my niece could stay, shit, the family members that come visit could stay. You always got room for the fucking cousin I can't stand. The little bitch was nasty as fuck to me, mean as fuck to me, but you want to mother her so bad. I had to sit there and watch you mother another bitch that got my name on her. Shay Diamond Diva. Don't y'all find it weird? I have a whole tattoo on my back. I ain't gonna show y'all my ass. I got a whole tattoo on my back. Y'all seen the tattoo before. It says Diamond Diva. My mom had a picture of it on her page, this and the third. Why is Shamanique named Shay Diamond Diva after she came and lived with us after Phyllis died? Ugh. You know what I'm saying? So I did feel it. I felt it bad because I didn't do anything to deserve to be out on the streets and not have a place to stay. I also didn't feel like I had a close-knit community because she had already estranged the relationships with me and other adults. You know what I'm saying? There was already a wedge put there. So I don't know what was being said about me. That's why I did not allow a lot of y'all to my page, because I didn't want you to come with drama or come with questions and then you get told lies. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be used as bait. I'm not clickbait. I'm not gossip. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to know gossip technically is a form of spell work, a form of evil. If y'all don't believe in spell work, evil, whatever. So gossiping is a sin. We should not be doing that, especially when people are going through real life traumatic situations. In my son's life, he's 8 years old. In my son's life, My son's father has walked away with my son about 4 times and left me, like with my car registered in my name, just left me standing there. It's another time he left me when my son was sick. We met up at the hospital. We met up at Walgreens. I had to hurry up. I was the T7 at Park Road post office. Shout out to y'all. I closed the post office early, got everything done, and ran to Walgreens to meet him. He's still in traffic, but you was rushing me the whole time. Okay. I get there and we get into a spat. I don't know what was the reason. It's always a trigger thing. He always would say certain things very gently, but he would say the wildest shit, and then I bark on that ass. But y'all already know that's more of a cultural thing. It never really was a me thing. But once I learned that that's what they've been using against me, oh yeah, Keita just be going off. My head would not be connected to my body if I ever went off on that 6 foot tall woman. And I know every one of y'all in this motherfucking chat know that. So please don't ever let that shit go over y'all head. Just like I got my ass beat one time because Bank of America made a bank error. I got my ass beat. And when I tried to push her off of me, she called everybody and told them I hit her. And then I had to call the bank all day to get it rectified. And once I got it rectified, I called her to tell her. And she just hung up on me. I didn't get an apology. I never got an apology, let's be honest. But like, I didn't get an apology. I didn't get like, oh, okay, you really was telling the truth. I just continued to get painted as something I wasn't. And I never understood why. But now I'm starting to see it was easier that way. It was easier to control the narrative and do everything that you need to do so you could look good to the public. But this is no longer about that. Okay, if y'all don't know nothing about astrology, we are now in the age of Aquarius. Okay, one thing about it is that means that the truth has to come out. All right, Piscean energy is about, they call Pisces God's favorite. So here I am, God's favorite. Hello, I'm God's favorite. Yep, I'm the one y'all been trying to kill. I'm the one y'all been doing y'all dirt around, and God been literally sitting me like, nah, just chill. I'm going to give you all the info. And today I came across a certain amount of information that made it clear to me that it's time for me to start speaking up. Now, we already have the FBI involved. However, the FBI hung up on me. Okay? The FBI hung up on me once before. You understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't understand or think that my life was at threat. But I want to make sure all of y'all hear something at the same time. Because see, we got Antoinette in here. We got Joy in here. We got everybody that know Ruben Simon. And you know that Simon, that last name Simon, that Islander's last name, that's the name of my abuser. Demazelier Simon, right? So we do know that these people have ties into the police force. We do know that sometimes we have people that you have to be in a sisterhood or a brotherhood to get these good jobs at the courthouse or, down at the other paperwork places and down at the city council and shit. And those are the people that make the decisions on our lives. So it doesn't become as much of a far-fetched idea when certain shit gets swept under the rug or when certain people aren't looked into or they're able to group think and push everybody to a corner. Like, oh no, they crazy. Oh no, I'm not crazy. I never have been. I never will be, because God gave me the mental capacity to take this whole motherfucking ring down. The trafficking of children must stop. Okay? The trafficking of adults must stop. All right? The stealing of people's inheritance, money, will changes must stop. Lying to change the narrative to make yourself look good must stop. You must stop hiding behind false identities or material things because God gonna take it away. I don't have to touch anything. I don't have to take anything from someone. I don't have to pretend to be something I'm not to gain it. I just have to be myself and God will provide it. But sometimes humans get a lot more greedy than we like to admit. And we do things that we ain't got no business. And it doesn't matter how long you've been able to get away with it. At some point, you have to know what the truth is. And Antoinette, I'm not sure if you're comfortable with it. But if you want to say something in the chat about what you know about my grandfather, you can. But let's just say me and Antoinette know that my grandfather has done some unsavory things with adults, not children, but some unsavory things. He's known to be a perv. Okay? So we're not going to sit here and pretend that we don't know what the fuck going on because the granddaughter who didn't know nothing is finally speaking. We're not going to pretend we didn't know that he was sleeping with his own daughter, Hassana. Why y'all think Aunt Sonia probably went and became, she became a vegetable? She was a vegetable. You know, if I was trying to take somebody money, if I was getting child support for their children their whole life, I'll put them on crack too. I'll put them on dope too. Because then they won't believe you when you say that you've been fucking them since they was a kid. And then if that's the case, then why is people, why y'all still letting him watch kids, bro? Why are y'all still letting him watch little boys? Now that I know, I got the fuck up out of there. Y'all already know. But why are we comfortable letting these people watch our kids or turning the other cheek? Are we getting paid to do so? Is our lives threatened? Are we getting blackmailed? Like, let's all talk about it. Hey, baby, let's all talk about it. Because this is very uncomfortable to speak up, but I'm not going to shy away from it. A bitch is very logical and spiritual. Y'all got to remember that. There's 7 people in here. That's my number. God is good. I'm very logical as well. So y'all know I put the facts together first. I didn't just, oh my God, this is happening. No, nah. I've been sitting back like, wait a minute. And it was too many similarities. It was too many coincidences. Okay. Look, I was so glad when you did leave. I was in that motherfucker losing my mind, y'all. I was losing my mind. And I felt so out of place and I didn't know why. One night, I have a picture I'll show y'all, but I had to take a picture so you could see what my skin and my face looked like. I don't even look like the same person. Okay? And that's because that much stress and demonic energy can damn near consume you. Right? And my son sat next to me and he was like, I'm so confused. And I was like, about what? He was like, in my dream, it's like a devil on my shoulder and I don't know what to do. Yeah. Those entities that are in these people, y'all got to watch who y'all sleeping with and touching on. It don't matter. Sometimes it ain't worth the money. These motherfuckers be doing shit. Like, I thought my granddad just messed with a little crackhead every now and then and got him some ass. I ain't gonna lie. That's the most I thought he did, y'all. So if anybody, you know, because like I said, this unspoken shit, the unspoken shit is how we mess up. So if we all speak out, we all get together and shit, you might have to roll up because this is deep. But if you roll up, have a drink and y'all sit down and talk about it, we can square away that basically they pitted all of us against each other so we can never put the dots together. They told me certain other children that I grew up with was a hoe or going to be this. No, they wasn't. Y'all made it that way. Y'all made it where we did not feel like we were getting certain things that we needed. And then we started going to the streets. Shit, that's how, you know what I'm saying? That's natural, low key. But the point is, there's a lot of missing parts, moving parts that were not adding up to the point where the most important thing was to continue to ground my son. Once I went to CPS, I went to Child Protective Services down here. I always forget that my son's father has a very large family. And the Redferns do have extensive cousins and brothers. And, you know, they got motorcycle gang affiliations, but they also have affiliations in these courthouses and buildings, you know, like DSS and what is that? I don't know. Department of Social Services. There you go. Because I know we got up north, down south, y'all. My bad. But yeah, DSS and CPS, Child Protective Services. So I'm in this motherfucker telling this story. They're telling the story, writing the paragraphs, all that shit. The gun, the this, the this. They didn't give a damn. They didn't give a damn. I got put in a shelter, a women's domestic violence shelter, which was an anonymous shelter, meaning that you cannot go, like, the address is not listed. So for weeks on end, I endured constant badgering and abuse from my people, asking where I was, you know, telling me to come back, asking my son. Like, they played me like, oh, well, can I at least talk to him? Yeah, you can talk to him. You know, I don't want to hold him back from nobody. Oh, hey, Zay, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Is it raining where you are? Are you by water? Are you by... Yeah, I went through a lot to protect my child and myself from dying, from abuse. And the most that I can do is put it on Front Street, because these people would rather me not be here on this earth than to own up to what the fuck they really be doing. And I mean, that's not my problem. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you know, so the truth is, I went into a shelter rather than to let my son be abused. Once he got into that shelter, y'all, he was like, yeah, Dad told me to come watch you. What, you know, come watch me about what? Well, if I didn't come watch you, I would get a pow pow. How is it documented that my son was getting his ass beat if he didn't spy on me? And the Rowan County courthouse and judge did not approve a restraining order, which is the first step to getting, you know, custody and mediation. Why did all proceed? Like, why did that stop? Why did they not? And I want to make sure I'm clear on this, because the lawyer made sure to let me know that the same case had been tried with a white woman and her white son, and it went through. I also want to make sure I mention that this white woman judge had a white son who was actually a director at the shelter I stayed at. And where do I stay? In that same county, in housing. And now I'm figuring out that they already had some shit going on. But see, their brotherhood is a little different, guys. We're not talking about the motorcycle clubs of our type, you know. We're talking about their motorcycle clubs, and then their military, and then their police force. So I have a what they call a mosque, a brotherhood or whatever, like right around the corner. They had to take the sign down once I came out about it the very first time. They've taken the sign down since then, but it doesn't stop the traffic. People still there. Still got this meth head right next door that they pay pennies to do whatever she doing, watch me or press me. Like, they be doing weird shit, y'all. I'm still around motherfuckers all day long that could tell you my moves before I make them. I could tell y'all that I have literally been picked up by Masonic brothers in Ubers and Lyfts intentionally. They call it gang stalking. I just call it some weak ass shit, which is basically they all get together like, yeah, all right, sign up for Lyft, because she ain't got no car. On my birthday, when I had my hair up and I was wearing that pretty orange and I smiled just to let them know they didn't get me down. But they slashed my tires on my birthday. This man that I told y'all was sharing my that tried to traffic me. To this day, he is passing my photos around, my pictures around, showing it to anybody that'll look. Express Tire and Auto in Concord, North Carolina, they have payroll. And the boss there paid my boyfriend at the time 2 days of work to sleep with me. That was not my choice. You know what I'm saying? But these are things that happen right around, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the FBI to come see me. I'm waiting for someone to look into these businesses that'll help support this stuff, because technically that means your business is being used for trafficking. All that needs to be investigated. Any type of illegal surveillance. First of all, then they talk about, oh, it's a wiretap. Okay, show me paperwork. Show me what crime am I assumed to have committed? Because see, first time I would be a first time offender on anything. I don't have a record. Let me say that again. I do not have a record. So that can go out the window. I've been pulled over by cops that I guess I'm supposed to have slept with or done something with. I don't even know this man. I didn't even know these people, y'all. I got pulled over by cops in rentals and got my tags taken. And if y'all can understand that, that means I still owe the rental people and I don't have a way to drive. At the time, I was making money by DoorDashing and doing other errands. So they basically handcuffed the way I made money. They handcuffed my transportation and they put me in the corner of a little town that's predominantly racist and biased and poor and anything else you could think of. But my energy gets stronger. Every spell work, every death magic and all this bullshit. I know about the voodoo doll they got on me. I know about shit I ain't supposed to know about, y'all. And I'm telling y'all this because when you slip up and see some shit in your life, like, what the fuck? Don't look past it. Don't look past it. Because they're not expecting you to put the dots together. They never expecting you to speak up. And that's how it's able to keep going. As long as you just keep your head on the, you know, then they're going, what? Who did what? And pressing and having an argument, that's never going to work. You just have to literally just let them be. But know that I see you. Know that I know where I am. Know that I know what's going on. And this will not continue. Okay? All right, I'm about to wrap it up. What I want to do at the end of this one, I want to show y'all the power of my magic. I want to show y'all how the power of my prayer. Okay? Because see, I'm about to say a real strong prayer. And it might sound a little strong or whatever, but trust me, it's going to heal something, fix something, reveal something. And I guarantee y'all, when y'all come and see it, remember I said something on live on Instagram a long time ago. I said, oh, I'm going to have a celebration in Hawaii. I can see it, everybody wearing all white. It's going to be the fucking celebration once my fucking case is closed, bitch, because these bitches are going down. It's going to be a RICO. Fuck all y'all. So after this RICO is done, I'm flying y'all out. Let's go celebrate. Let's celebrate. And yeah, I know it's going to be some enemies there too. That's all. That's all you get. You get to see me in my full glow. You get to experience Hawaii because I believe everybody should experience bliss once in life. Okay? But just know that this will be changed around because God already said it. By 2030, the meek shall inherit the earth. Do y'all understand me? The meek shall inherit the earth. Okay, that has never changed. Go look it up. Time Magazine already told y'all most CEOs of these businesses will be black women by 2030. We're already headed that direction. All I want to know is which one of my businesses y'all fucking up. Which one of my houses is y'all living in? Well, y'all got me out here living in a fucking shelter. Oh yeah, I want to make sure I mention this because I like to give y'all a nice little heart pull, right? So while I was in a shelter, hey, how you doing? While I was in a shelter, in North Carolina, you know, because my son's father was abusive, which was no surprise. He was already abusive to me. Like I said, kicked in the stomach at 9 months. My son has autism. Do the math. Once my doctor actually told me, you know, his autism diagnosis, it could be hereditary, but it probably be because you got kicked in the fucking stomach. When she told me that, y'all, my doctor of 8 years for my son, my pediatrician, she either retired or quit. Damn, I ain't even put that together. But yeah, I have been doing my work for a while, and there's nothing that they can do about it. All right. So let's do just a quick prayer to close. I just want, like I said, I want to show y'all the power of prayer. And I guarantee you it's 9:49 tonight. I'll get them about 48 hours. Within 48 hours, somebody going to tell on themselves. Mark my words on that one. And I'm not going to name no names, but anybody in this chat that know me, they know I've helped people in their own lives with their own cases, with their own situations, with these deaths that are not correct, with these wrongful deaths, with these wrongful situations. And them putting me in a corner, backing me in a wall, trying to see what I know everything. I'm going to continue to know everything, and I work for God. I work for God only. They tried to say that I work for the devil. I do it. There's no way I would still be here if I worked for the devil. I'm going to just let y'all know that now. Let's do some math. The devil is God's son. Do y'all keep in mind that part? Son, okay? You know, I say, all you bitches is my sons. Like, the devil is God's son, which means he has no more power than what God has gave him. So while these people are working with the devil to do things that are ill will, like touch children, like traffic children, like get their mother killed, so then you could traffic and abuse the child or, you know, send them off somewhere. You can't do that with mine because God deemed it so. The only reason I'm not touched is because God said, touch not my anointed. Do my prophets no harm. You don't want to call me a reader, bitch, call me a prophet, okay? All right, y'all, let's do a quick prayer real quick. All right, I'm trying to get y'all a little cute spot to sit. This ain't gonna work. You'll hear me. All right, y'all ready? God, I thank you. God, I thank you so much. I thank you so much. I thank you so much. Archangel Michael, I ask that you come protect the space. Archangel Uriel, I ask that you protect these internet waves. Oh, wait. Not the mute button. That was cute. That was cute, y'all. All right. So, real quick, they want me to tell you one more part. So, I've had to change my number 3 times. My internet has been hacked 3 different times. I think it's my 3rd internet service that has been hacked 3 different times. My email has been hacked. My messenger has been hacked. So if anybody has ever gotten an email that didn't sound like me, some weirdo shit, some weirdo pictures, that was never me. Like, even the documents or whatever doctor text messages they took to the police, because they're so smart that not only did they do the crimes to me, but then they try to pin me for the crimes. Smart people, you know, geniuses, I might say. So while this is all going on, I just want y'all to know I'm right here. I'm not reaching out to nobody doing no weird shit. I did reach out previously to see why people disconnected from me, but now I'm learning, and I want to thank anybody that turned down these bribes. I want to go ahead and thank anybody in advance that turned down these bribes, because I know it take a lot. It take a real bitch to not take no money when you know your kids need a little extra something. Okay? And for the ones that traded on me, I forgive y'all. I already forgive you. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to know, like, once I got rich, I was going to go ahead and break you off anyway. Y'all know how giving I am. And if anybody been paying attention, for the last 5 years, I've been preaching about being an angel investor, which means my intent with the money that I didn't even know belonged to me was to give it to people that needed the most, was to help people. But there are some greedy humans on this earth that tried to stop that. All right? So, and that's not going to stop. It might be delayed, but not denied. But I wanted to kind of elaborate on what I said, because my son didn't have a Christmas here. My son didn't have a Christmas here. But he also sat in a shelter. And my mom FaceTimed us from Hawaii. And she showed us Hawaii. And my son went and got his shoes and was like, Nana, come get me. Nana, wait, come get me. While at the shelter, because I had cards, I got banished to my room. They sent a ADHD spectrum child and his mother to their room because I did cards. But if I was doing Bible study, I'm sure I could have stayed and been able to go through, you know, in and out of the house. Okay? I want y'all to understand that discrimination, you know, picking and choosing, all that shit affects us one way or another. We are all interconnected. And the more that we pretend that we're not, the more God gonna show you your ass. When I tell you, just the minute you turn your head and be like, oh, that's not my business. And sometimes it really don't be our business. But when it comes to shit like this, when it comes to motherfuckers that y'all played crayons with and shit, when it comes to motherfuckers that all had Smitty as a fucking teacher, or we all was running in the basement, y'all not gonna pit me like I'm the worst motherfucker, because we could all go back to school. Listen, don't get mad at me that I knew everybody that was gonna be gay before they came out the closet. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Because that's all I was really good at school. Like, low key, like, my foresight has always been great, but I didn't know that they came with other gifts. So, like I said, within the next 48 hours, I expect to see something happen. And I want to kind of shine light to all of these Brotherhood and Eastern Stars that have been dying. Why do y'all think they're dying? Because they sent their best. They sent their best to hurt me. They sent their best to do spell work. They've been engaging in group sex and a lot of things to conjure up this energy, you know, to go against me. I could show y'all, I lost a tooth. They do magic so you can, like, lose teeth, you know, so then it looks like you're on drugs because they want to say that you're on drugs. Like I said, once again, if I don't pick up liquor, why would I pick up a drug? I just started smoking marijuana at 25. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. That's the funny part. I got people that really know me, you know what I'm saying? And I hang around motherfuckers that do it all. But y'all know me. Y'all ain't never seen me engage in no weird shit. And ain't nothing ever changed. All right? So please don't let nobody tell you who you are. And don't let them tell you who I am, honey. If y'all have questions, please ask. If y'all know something, please let me know. Because there are people that's out here just making a living off my name. Yeah, 7 in the room and I got 77%. It's people out here, you know what I'm saying, clout chasing and shit that have basically got all my energy. And basically, I've had motherfuckers sit with me for hour-long sessions, right? And then I don't have enough money to get something for my son to eat the next day. Y'all understand what I'm saying to you? This has been a journey. And I've been graceful. I've been peaceful. I've been kind. I've been patient. And now I'm the fuck fed up. All right? God is not what we thought it was. We could cuss. We could be ourselves. But you can't cross somebody else's life for your own. That's really the sin. It ain't about wearing a pretty hat to church or a slip under your skirt. What the fuck matter if you wear a slip under your skirt when the fucking pastor gonna try to fill you up anyway? Come on now. Anyway, I digress. Let me go ahead and say the quick prayer for you guys. I want y'all to hear this. I want you to feel it. And anyone going through anything similar, I want you to know you are not alone. You are heard. You are seen. And these things will be brought to justice because it's the age of the Aquarius. The fucking truth is here. All right? Anybody that is spiritual, I do ask that you take this to a spiritualist and ask them who I am. I continue to say that. As I grow in my spirituality and my gifts, I want y'all to take this to y'all best readers and ask them who I am. And some of them gonna lie to you. I'm gonna let you know that up front. But that's gonna tell you what you need to know about them. And then the other ones, you're gonna see it on their face. They know who the fuck I am. And apparently, so has my family since birth. All right? Touching a child before the age of 8 is a part of their modalities in these brotherhoods. I want y'all to know that too. All right? So my molestation happening between 6 and 7 wasn't a coincidence. Okay? Them bringing a pastor to the house to talk about it. The same pastor I just said was looking at me. Wasn't a coincidence. Don't ever forget that shit. And like I said, the biggest perv in my house was the deacon of the church. Tell him I said, thank you for your service, veteran. All right, y'all. God, I thank you. God, I thank you so much. I thank you for the courage. I thank you so much. I thank you for the confidence. I thank you for the strength. I thank you for the support that I feel in this very moment. I thank you. I thank you for the listening ears and the eyes that are being open. I thank you. I thank you for the archangels that you put around me to protect me. I thank you for reminding me who I am in this life and every past life. I ask that you continue to protect me, continue to heal me, and show people and show the world what we need to see. I ask that you show this world, you expose these people. Any evil I being sent against me, I ask that you transmute it into exposure. Expose these people for who they are. Expose these people for who they are and bring justice to me. Ask that you give justice to all the children, seen and unseen, lost, need to be found. Ask that you bring these women out of any ailments, any conditions, any addictions that they have. Ask that you give them the strength to walk away. Ask that you help them not be weak in the knees and strengthen them when they need it, God. Walk with them, God. Show them that they are supported. Show them that they do not have to let go of their morals to get what they need. Let them know that integrity still is sexy. Let them know that we have power in our voice, that we have power in our walk, that we have power in our actions. Show our children by example on what a better life should be. Show our children that we love them in a different way. I ask that you protect our relationships with our children. May no man or woman come in between what we are building with our kids, because we are a different generation and we ain't going for that. I ask that you strengthen that. I ask that you continue to put boundaries on these demons and deities that should not be in our realms. I ask that you continue to shine light on the evil eyes being sent our way. And once again, transmute that. Let's transmute the rest of that into abundance. Okay, God, let's transmute that into growth. Let's transmute that into a better community and a better brother and sisterhood without any of those nasty things that they do. Ask that you continue to strengthen us as we walk with you, God. Ask that you continue to show us how easy it is to be with you in peace. Ask that you continue to show these people my bliss. Show these people my glow. Show these people my power as I ascend in front of them. Ask that you continue to reveal the truth the way that only you can, God. Ashe, amen, and so it is. Thank you, y'all. Y'all, they slamming the doors and stuff outside. They make loud noise on purpose, depending on where I am in my home. It's adorable. It's cute. So I went outside the other day after my spiritual bath, right? And I started playing Kendrick. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Because, bitch, now I got to go do my hair and let y'all know y'all ain't fucking stopping nothing. Like, come on. You see them? That's for my kids. And I say kids. Kids, because I helped a 17-year-old young lady who parents also was involved in this. Yeah, we made sure we looked into that too. But people that's easily bought scare me. Y'all send me some money so I could pay them to tell me the truth. Y'all send, huh? Yes, baby. Y'all no, you ate that green candy?
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, you got to bring your green candy down. Swap it out.
Okay.
Well, get your bag in there. Switch it out. Squabble up. I don't know why I keep hearing Kendrick, y'all. Anyway, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great day. Pass this as many times as you need to. Like I said, this is part 2. I'm going to continue to do them as the information comes up. But I just needed to start telling my truth because I'm starting to realize that nobody is doing it. Nobody's telling the truth. I have gracefully walked away from several relationships, friendships, connections, for several reasons. Like, I don't even know why certain things have got wedges in between them. I just accepted that they did and moved on. But I want y'all to know, if y'all need me, if y'all want to reach out, I'm here. I don't have the same phone number. As far as business, all my business goes through me. There's not another woman, man, sister, brother, cousin that should be handling my business for me. I do not have a manager at the time. I am my manager. God is my manager. So if anybody would like to support, help out, if y'all want to follow me on TikTok, that's a lot of times where I've been putting most of my information. Please do. Keep several contacts with me because I know they're going to attack again. I get spam calls, y'all, out the woozah. When I tell y'all I get at least 20 to 30 spam calls a day, even after hours. I have the weirdest things happen. But none of that is going to stop me from speaking up. And even if anything did happen, just know that I've already spoken up. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's still there. And at the end of the day, if anybody's asking, like, well, what happened? Nothing happened for me to deserve this. The fact that I'm able to see people is the reason I'm being targeted. If y'all have questions about people in y'all life, the fact that they were able to see people, that they knew things, because I'm feeling a download, and I want to say it, but I don't want to say too much. But especially with sexuality, if people are ashamed of their sexuality, they rather kill you than they rather unalive you than to be honest about who they are. And that can be a very dangerous world. I don't have any type of judgment for people that are with the same sex. I am openly bisexual. However, I do have an issue with the transsexual that drained my information and did identity theft and lives in my city and don't think I know. Or one of the bitches that's pregnant by my man or ex-man and don't think I know. Those things are an issue because we could have just talked. You know what I'm saying? We could have just talked. You know? That's enough for tonight. Let me chill. Y'all have a great evening. And always remember, no matter what, you speaking up could save someone's life. All right? God bless y'all and take care.